Good morning. A couple days ago, I did a video, literally food for thought, about the bread and wine. And there are so many people out there that don't understand. They think in human terms. Okay. For instance, when I mention the bread and wine, some people would say, "Oh, do you really think literally that billions of people are eating of the bread, the flesh, and drinking of his blood? It would be gone." And yet, when Jesus talked to the Sadducees or the Pharisees, and they had said about tearing the temple down, and they said that it took 46 years. 4 plus 6 is 10. Remember that. 10 is the number of completion. He said, they said, it took us 46 years to build this temple, and you think you can rebuild it in 3 days. And Jesus said he would rebuild the house of the Lord in 3 days. What we don't know is the Hebrew word for rebuild meant also to restore. Jesus rose in 3 days. See the connection? Restored the house of the Lord. His body was resurrected, not rebuilt, restored. You can't be literal, and you have to understand the language, the supernatural. We think in the form of physical, like, oh, I can touch it. Here's a countertop. Here's a dish. Here's a cup of coffee. Let's have a sip. Jesus said he's the bread of life. There's that bread again. The Last Supper. This is my body. This is my blood. How everyone would have eaten his flesh way before we got to it. They think physical, not spiritual. And Jesus telling the Pharisees or the Sadducees, whichever ones they were, tear this temple down and I will rebuild it in 3 days. That word rebuild also means restore. I will restore the house of the Lord in 3 days. Do you think he was talking about a physical building? Weird, right? See, we want what we want in our own terms. We think in our arrogance we understand something or someone that is outside of space and time. The arrogance of man. So when I mention why most Christian churches don't use the bread and wine, is it symbolism? Absolutely. But is there a purpose behind it? Bethlehem, the house of bread, feeding the soul, restoring the soul. I will restore the temple in 3 days. Died and rose in 3 days. Do you see the connection? Do you get it yet? You think what we put in our mouth, what did Jesus say? It's not what we put in our body that defiles us. It's what comes out of our body. that defiles us. I wake up like this. I wake up like this. We don't know God. Anyone that says that they know God, they have no clue what they're talking about. He can do anything. The God that built the earth with his very breath, spoke it into existence, couldn't somehow keep a woman as a virgin for her life. Weird. Weird, right? Oh, there was other children. Joseph was a widower and had children. But you see, Mary can't be a virgin. You want to take the supernatural out of the power of God. You want to take it away from him. And you want to take it away from people to understand it because of man's arrogance. That's the difference between believing and not necessarily understanding. But realizing anything is possible through Yeshua, Jesus. Anything. Food for thought. Literally again.